I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make this video. I've talked about losing my parents before, but I've realized that there's a difference between talking about losing someone and actually figuring out how to live without them. I lost my father a couple years ago, and more recently, I lost my mother. And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to figure out what comes next. For a long time, so much of my life was about taking care of my family. There was always something that needed to be done, someone who needed me, or something I needed to worry about. And now suddenly, there's a lot more quiet. So I wanted to talk about what that feels like. Not because I have the answers, but because maybe someone else watching this is experiencing something similar. Because when you're taking care of someone, especially for a long time, your life starts to revolve around them. You have things you need to do. Appointments, phone calls, errands, little problems that need to be solved. You wake up in the morning, and there's always something waiting for you. Even when it's exhausting, it gives your life a certain kind of structure. You know what you're supposed to do. You know who needs you. And then one day, you don't have to do these things anymore. And that's the part I don't think people talk about enough. The silence afterward. People talk about grief. They talk about missing someone. They talk about the sadness. But there's also this strange feeling of suddenly having all this time back. You don't necessarily know what to do with it. For years, I was used to putting other people first, and now I'm having to figure out what it means to live for myself again. And honestly, I'm not very good at it yet. There are days when I feel like I should be doing something important, and then realize there isn't anything I have to do. There's no phone call I need to make. There's no appointment I need to get someone to. No emergency I need to solve. And you'd think that would be freeing. Sometimes it does. But sometimes it just feels empty. Because when your life has been built around taking care of someone else, you don't automatically know what your own life is supposed to look like afterwards. I think that's where I'm at right now. Trying to figure that out. And in some ways, I feel like I'm starting over. Not because I'm young. Actually, maybe it's because I'm finally old enough to understand how quickly life can change. You can spend years thinking you know what the next few years are going to look like, and then something happens. And suddenly, everything is different. I've been thinking a lot about the things I put off, the hobbies I wanted to try, the places I wanted to go, the things I wanted to create, even the little things. Going outside, riding my bike, playing a game, sitting down with a cup of coffee, things that don't necessarily seem important, but maybe they are. Maybe rebuilding your life isn't always about doing something huge. Maybe it's just about finding little reasons to get out of bed, look forward to tomorrow. That's one of the things I've started realizing. You don't necessarily get over losing someone. I don't think that's how it really works. You just learn how to carry it. Some days it's heavy. Some days you barely notice it. And then something completely random can bring everything back. A song, a smell, a place, a memory, and suddenly they're right there again. I think I'll always miss my parents. There isn't really a version of my future where that stops being true. But I'm starting to understand that missing them doesn't mean I have to stop living. In fact, maybe continuing to live is part of how I honor them. Not by pretending everything is okay. Not by forgetting. But by taking the life I still have and actually doing something with it. I'm still figuring out what that means for me. I don't have some big inspirational answer. I'm just trying things. I'm making videos, I'm playing games, I'm going outside more. I'm trying to take better care of myself. And I'm trying to remember that it's okay if I don't have everything figured out. Maybe that's what starting over actually looks like. Not completely reinventing yourself overnight. Just waking up the next morning and deciding to keep going. Then doing it again the day after that. And eventually, maybe you look back and realize you built something new. Something that doesn't replace the life you had, because nothing can replace that. But something that belongs to you. A life that you chose. I don't know exactly what my life is going to look like from here. And honestly, I'm still figuring out who I am without my parents here. I know there will always be days when I miss them. There will probably always be moments when I wish I could call them, talk to them, or just have them here. But I'm starting to understand that moving forward doesn't mean leaving them behind. They're still a part of who I am. And maybe the best thing I can do with my life, cut that part out. And maybe the best thing I can do with the life I have left is actually live it. Try new things, make mistakes, find things that make me happy, and maybe, little by little, build a life that I'm proud of. I don't have some perfect ending to this story. I'm just taking it one day at a time. And for now, I think that's enough. If you're going through something similar, I hope you know you're not the only one trying to figure out what comes next.